Come on, man, let me go already. Not a chance. What in the world do you have against me? I was innocently talking to your friends. And that's what I have against you. Talking? Yes, and you being a dirty rat. I'm a field mouse, and that's a bit racist, don't you think? No, because I don't trust anyone. I hate everyone equally. Enough is enough, Andy. Let the poor guy go. He was just talking to us about who he was, and that's it.
Yeah, the guy seems nice enough to me. He didn't do anything wrong.
Survival tip. Just because someone acts nice or even seems nice could all be deceiving. We don't know him well enough to know his real intentions. And curious enough, talks to you two while my back is turned. I admire your cautious side, really. But my only intentions was greeting myself to your pals, since they were the ones to say hello first. I'm not gonna do anything. I'm not a bad guy. I'll even show you guys my RV if you want. You know, proof that I'm not a bad guy. And how did you get that? RVs are expensive last time I checked. Look, my parents are pretty loaded. I took their money and left and got an RV with it. Not because they were bad or anything, but life for me was just boring. And they're not looking for you? Well, yeah, they did, and I explained everything to them, and I still travel. And they're just okay with that. Absolutely not. But the catch is I have to at least show up every month to prove I'm alive. Sure, they're highly disappointed in me, but I never exactly cared. You know, one of those parents who are rich and want you to be the same, but practically ignore you? Around those lines. That's how they were. And you just expect me to automatically take your word? A total stranger in the woods who we barely know. And you think I would think I'd believe you. I don't think I delivered that right, so I'm going to do that again. I wasn't born yesterday. I have no reason to lie about this. Hell, if you follow me to the RV, you can see the documents of the legally paid RV. No strings attached. Pff, if I were a monster, you would be the one up against this tree right now, for goodness sake. Watch that tongue of yours when you speak that way around my friends. They don't need to pick up on your vocab using hell and goodness like that.
Hey, sounds like a plan to me. I never even been in an RV before either. Gives us something to do as well, and let him at least prove himself that he ain't a bad guy. Give a man a chance before you judge him, you know? Innocent before proven guilty.
Fine. But if anything happens, let's just say you'll regret this day for many years to come. You'll be lucky to tell your grandchildren about this. I hope you know you sound much more intimidating without showing any emotion and having the eyes of a dead shark glaring at me like that. Flattery will get you nowhere. Now, let's just go before I change my mind entirely. Alrighty, here we are. RV, sweet RV. Make yourselves at home. Well, more or less.
Whoa, this is a nice place y'all got here. Nice and roomy. Feels cozy too.
Thanks, though there is some tinkering left to do. So there's some work to be done before everything is complete. Tinkering? Yeah. Let's just say I have big plans down the road. No pun intended. But for now, here. This is what you wanted to see, right? The papers to the legally paid RV. Oh, sorry, I don't mean to interrupt, but do you play music? 'Cause that instrument you have over there looks really cool. Oh, well, sort of. Still learning, actually. I wanted to be a musician, but the line of music I want isn't really welcomed here.
What do you mean?
Well, you see, I was working on another type of guitar. I was making what I'm calling an electric guitar, and... Electric? You should know. Anything like that isn't allowed. I'm very aware of our laws. I got caught before, which is why I have a cut-up ear and half of my tail is gone. You're lucky that's all that happened to you. You do know what happened in the past, way before, don't you? I know. I look like an idiot to you. And probably many other things, but yeah, no duh. Of course I know. Who doesn't? Hell, it's why we live the way we do. What did I say about holding your tongue? They're gonna learn words like that eventually, genius. They're already teenagers. You're seriously acting like their dad. What in the world are you two talking about?
Yeah, haven't been this confused in a while. Mind telling us? And to make this clear about, before we all start talking pretty to each other about language that neither of us care, actually, I've said that word in another comic, so I'm not sure why y'all are on his case about it. No pun intended, but rather anyway about this past thing and what happened in the past. That thing.
Seems like your pals are the ones who aren't informed at all. Guess that answers my question of who doesn't know it. It's your friends who don't. And you try to make me look like a fool. Unless you thought they already knew. Honestly, I wouldn't expect them to know. Listen to me, you two. A long time ago, this island wasn't the way it is now. Back then, things were a whole lot different. Full of technology. Modernized homes, businesses, vehicles, unlike the horse and carriage or slightly torn down trucks that we have, along with paved streets, not the cobblestones that we have now. So much more futuristic with technology than we do currently. It was like that for the longest time, until the second king came to rule. For a while, nothing changed, until more took power. But with all the technology, advanced even, all feared it. Fearing eventually it would be their downfall, making new laws enforcing mostly all technology to be gone, making our world go back to the medieval times. The time that we live in now. However, there were a group of people who went against this, who hated to leave their technology behind. Rebellions they were, with their advanced camp to overthrow the anarchy. War broke out when their camp was found, though. They would have easily won, if their own bomb didn't kill them all, and everything in a mile radius. Now the camp is full of radiation, and is fully destroyed by careless hands. Nothing grows there anymore. Just tattered up trees and old bushes. It's not even habitable, leaving all of their history to the past, and a growing future to fully stop. Anyone who's smart enough to understand how technology works are normally killed if they aren't authorized, fearing a new rebellion would rise. You're darn lucky that they didn't kill you, then and there. Though, no doubt that you must be on their list of people to watch out for. Wow. Wow. I had no idea.
Yeah, to think. Life would have been different if they'd won.
Life would have been restored. But that's why I'm out here. Out here? Where's there to go? For someone who's supposedly smart, should know this is just one big island. There's a whole ocean surrounding us. This isn't the only piece of land in this world. This is just one out of who knows how many, which means other places are possibly modernized. That's a 50-50 possibility. More of a maybe. It's not a guarantee. Well, we'd never know either, considering the fact that the king and queens of this land don't allow shipments to come in and out of what used to be the port down by the docks. Let's just say there is. How do you suppose that you get to these new lands? That's where the tinkering comes in. I'm going to convert this RV into a ship.
Sorry, y'all. Go back to your thing.
Where did you even get that?
Boy, I don't have to tell you my life.
Bravo. You almost made me laugh. But seeing how stupid that is, I didn't. Okay? And what's so wrong with the idea? Do I have to tell you? Multiple things. Even if proven, metal ships do sail. This is an RV. Special maintenance and professionals that we don't have anymore would be needed to make it actually float. Never mind the parts needed in engineering. You may just be decently level-headed, but I doubt even you can make it work without years of knowledge that we don't have anymore. So as your RV would do in the ocean, your plan would sink. You let me worry about that. I have special connections out there to people who want to leave too. I may not know everything about shipcraft, but they do. If there are modernized places out there, why not go for it? It's a dream worth chasing because I, along with others, would have their dream come true. Well, if you want to go for it, do it. Just don't get caught, or your head will be cut off next. I'll be fine. Though, I don't offer this to everyone. But you guys want to join in? What? Us?
Really?
Sure. Why not? More opportunities out there than avoiding being killed every day. Absolutely not. What's wrong? Don't tell me you're afraid. And what would I be afraid of? Well, judging by the giant backpack on your back, you're a trader of goods that you either find or trade with people. In a modern world, that would be more or less obsolete. You'd have to find another job there instead of what you're used to. Actually, in a modern world, you'd be sent to a place that'll take care of you until you're of age. A shelter of sorts, since you have no place to stay. So your life would change around a bit, until you got used to everything around you. I realize that more than anything. But I'm not afraid of that. Then the problem? Well, what you don't seem to realize is the treacherous seas, the miles, hours, days, and perhaps months you'll have to go through, the food sources, the emergencies, the possibility of illness. Not only that, any plan B if every isle is the same as this one? You'll be known along with your crew that you know of modern technology. You all will be killed, and you'll be responsible for their downfall. You just can't leave without thinking everything through. It's not wise, it's stupid, it's foolish. To risk everything, including lives, is selfish. It's not a courageous act. It's not a dream. It's risking lives for yourself. You should feel damn ashamed of yourself to even include others just so you can be a silly singer. Singers aren't even outlawed here. Just the electric part. You can still be who you want to be and change things around a bit, but no. Instead, you wish to take everyone down with you for a petty dream. If you find dreams an act of selfishness, even allowing others who willingly take part in said act so they can also make their dreams come true, then so be it. However, I'd rather die chasing a dream than live under the rulings of an evil anarchy. Then don't let me stop you. Unlike you, I'm content with how my life is. Just the way it is. Come on, we're leaving. Well, that may be his feelings, but what about you two? Huh? Us? Well, yeah. You two are individuals. You do have a say. Just because you hang out with someone who is older doesn't make him the boss of you two. Unless that's what he's been teaching you. Yeah.
As nice and kind of y'all to offer, we'll have to decline. Stanley and I are both happy here. Besides, Andy being a friend or not, he was there for us when we needed him. And as much as this modern world of y'all sounds pretty exciting, there would be no point for us to leave. I'm very much content here with both my pals. Why even look to as brothers? If Andy stays, we stay. That's what friends do. Stick by each other's side. This is your dream, not ours. Though, we do wish you luck chasing your dream.
Yeah, I figured you'd say that. But hey, maybe we can hang out before I leave. It'll surely take a while to do everything. That would be nice.
Yeah, that sounds swell to me.
Likewise, little guys. I'll see you around, guys.
Happy trails!
Good luck with your dream! You two made the right choice. We couldn't leave you behind. No. Not because of that.
Then what y'all mean?
Think about it. Modern world. More technology far beyond what you two ever see. Advanced tech, meaning higher security. Thieving for you two wouldn't be an option anymore. Even when I'm trying not to make it an option for you two now. But you'd be found, spotted, and jailed within a week. Not even. Not only that, for two bunnies who can't read or even write, having to learn the technology at the same time, it would never work. You two wouldn't survive. You wouldn't die, but you two would likely be separated and put into the orphanage until someone adopted you. And I really highly doubt they'd take both of you. Most usually just want one. Never mind my life change. Yours would entirely. Even if I was around, I'm not your legal guardian. I'm being 16. And being 16, I'd be in the shelter till legal age, like he said. He was right about that part. But we don't belong in such a world. Be thankful our world here is like this, because life would be so much harder. We don't belong in a modern world. Here is where we belong. In a world that traveled back in time. And for our sake, that's a blessing.